Well, hello everybody. This is the Dweeb Queens. I'm Tone. That's Andy. We're here to talk about some stuff, and hopefully you'll listen. Andy, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful.
That's wonderful to hear.
How are you
Um,
doing?
eh, you know, just working, school, and Sekiro. So, very much panic attacks all around. So
I mean that's a given. That's just a part of
that's
existing.
that's life.
You know.
I know.
When I said wonderful, it's still like a
it's not.
6
Yeah,
out of 10.
it's like,
So,
yeah, I just got done hanging out with Katy Perry last week. That's how wonderful my life is. But, man, what has happened in the world of news? There was a Sonic trailer. Did you watch that?
oh yeah.
Oh man, I gotta pull up that trailer.
Gangster's Paradise.
Oof, that's a really weird song. I was ready for like run on the sun at the speed of sound. Or what's that one song in that one Sonic game? It's like. In all the heavens, I wanna fly high.
Oh yeah.
That would have been way better. That would have been so much better. I'm kind of bummed it wasn't.
Now they're like redesigning Sonic.
Because the backlash was just so terrible. Yeah. Like, look at his face. Look at his teeth. I don't like his whole stature. Anytime I see him like just standing or like not moving, I don't like it. He always has to be moving fast, or else I just don't like it.
There had to be like at least a dozen people who approved that, which is the most baffling part of it.
I know. This movie was kind of, I don't want to say doomed from the start, but it did not seem. I was like, maybe it could be all right. I was like, I like Ben Schwartz. Or no, wait, is that his name?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, Ben Schwartz. I was thinking of the guy from Royal Tenenbaums. Yeah, Ben Schwartz, I was like, okay, he could be a good Sonic. And then they just start, they show him, and I'm like, his performance is probably good. The way he delivers lines is probably good. Didn't see a lot of it in the trailer, but it's probably good. James Marsden's always a treat. He's a good actor. I think it's gonna suffer from like Transformers, where it's like the military has to come in and stop this blue talking furry hedgehog. We gotta get the military involved, and blah, blah, blah.
Always the worst parts of every Transformers movie, including Bumblebee.
Yeah, except they had John Cena, so I was fine with that.
I thought he was not good in that movie.
What? You're crazy.
I liked that movie, but he was so out of place.
No.
Fucking cartoon.
Hey, Transformers was a cartoon, okay?
But like the rest of it was like sweet and genuine, and he was just fucking goofy as hell.
Yeah. Well, I like it.
It was in a different movie.
That's a whole different thing. We're talking about Sonic. Okay. Not here to roast John Cena on Bumblebee. We're here to talk about Sanoc the Hordgeheg.
I would hang out with John Cena. But...
Yes. The one thing I'm looking forward to in Sonic is just seeing Jim Carrey. I'm just happy.
Yeah.
He's doing movies again.
Wacky again.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that. I really like him. And he looks great. He looks not in, I mean, like appearance wise, okay? He's looking good for his age. All right? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying as Robotnik. I mean, he looks fine. I don't know. It's like a hipster Robotnik until the very end of the trailer or whatever, where it's like him bald with the long mustache, which I am calling it now. That is the end of the movie, or it's like close to the end of the movie, where it's like it's setting up this whole wacky thing, and he sees Chows and Tails and Ugandan Knuckles and Rouge.
There's gotta be a Ugandan Knuckles reference in that movie.
There has to be one.
It would be unfortunate.
If Rouge is not in this movie showing her big bat titties, then I don't want this movie at all. Big fat titties. Let's be honest.
What I'm hoping for, this movie's gonna be hot trash, but I'm hoping this movie walks so the next movie can fly. And they go full on into the Sonic world.
I think you mean Run, okay?
I'm going straight past that. We're going to
damn.
Rouge.
Wow.
Around
All
for
right.
big titties.
Okay.
I want like full on into the Sonic realm, because like when it shows Robotnik bald with the bigger mustache, like the world behind him is totally different.
Yeah.
I want him to like go fully into the Sonic world and not have like a human element at all, because that shit always sucks.
It really does.
It's obviously always just to like cut down on budget, because James Marsden's probably cheaper than trying to animate the shitty Sonic.
That is true. There's one thing that, like, when the fuck did he get like Doctor Strange powers? You know, when he threw that little ring and they just like went through to like a portal to a farm?
Ring,
I know. What? Man, they took some risks on this movie. They took some risks. All right. They gave him weird teeth. He said meow, and they played Gangster's Paradise. So, what more could you want in a Sonic movie?
They took risks, but like not enough. If you're gonna take risks, like go all in.
They're doing the Smurf thing where it didn't work, where it's like, we bring these cartoon animated things to the real world. It's like, that doesn't work all the time. Like, just do an animated movie.
That would be better.
Detective Pikachu's the only exception for all of that. Where it looks... They
like found what was so great about Pokemon and like condensed it. It's like a kid with these crazy animals going on.
I guess that's true. It is people like with these monsters walking around, these pocket monsters, these Pokemon, if you will, just walking around. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Sonic has always been this weird cartoony thing running through San Francisco with his soaps, grinding on everything. Robot Sonic is there. Oh my god! If I want to say now, oh my god, I'd be so happy if they did it. I'm like crying even thinking about it, just because it's so funny. If the military is like, we have a way to counteract Sonic with Shadow. We'll call him Shadow the Hedgehog. We'll give him a fucking M16. So cool. I'm like tearing up like thinking about it because it's so fucking funny and stupid, and I hope they do it. Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic if they're like, we have a way to counteract Sonic. He's black and red, so completely the opposite, and he's edgy. Chaos control!
Yeah. Like, go all in if you're gonna do this. Like,
they're doing this.
Half-ass it.
They're doing the Sonic Cinematic Universe. SCU.
That I can get into.
Yeah, we have a spin-off of Shadow of that 2006 PlayStation game with all the monsters invading Earth or whatever, and it has the president with the big broad shoulders, and oh my god, I'm like,
I'm pretty sure.
Give me some of that, please.
Yep, I have Shadow the Hedgehog for PS2, literally like 2 feet away from me.
Why do you have that game?
It was a gift.
Wow, they must really not like you, huh?
You know that shitty birthday I was talking about
yeah,
last
that's
year?
what you got. Dad, please, if you give me Shadow the Hedgehog on PS2, I'll never ask for anything else ever again. Please.
This will save this shitty day.
Oh my god. Dude.
It's rated E10 and up. Don't tell your parents.
If you're 9 and below, don't you ever say anything about this game. We'll fucking find you and kill you. No, the backlash on the Sonic design has been hilarious. The memes for it have been hilarious, and now they're like, these people are roasting this. Fine, we'll change them, okay?
Yeah.
And Tim Miller is a producer on this.
Yeah.
That's super weird.
His name used to hold like more weight for me, but I realized he hasn't done anything other than Deadpool.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what you mean. I was like, it never had any weight. I was like, oh, the director of Deadpool.
Like they're using his name to like sell the Terminator movie.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about this movie. I was like, no assist from the producer of the Fast and Furious, so you need to relax, buddy.
For that Terminator movie, which probably isn't going to be good, unfortunately.
I hope it is. I really hope it is.
I do too.
just because I haven't seen a good Terminator movie. I was gonna say since the '90s, but I was like, I wasn't even really a full functioning person when I only saw it like later in life. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this movie's great, but there hasn't been a good one since the '90s. So I don't know. Sonic, man, I just want to see. I want to see the Sonic fan fiction coming to life. Let's be honest.
That would be something.
Yeah, I want this and Mario to cross over, and to like have that hot fan fiction. I want to see Sonic's feet. If I don't see Sonic's feet in this movie is dead to me.
You know, I'm still gonna watch it.
Are you really? Are you gonna watch it in theaters?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I think it's gonna be that much of a disaster. If it's like, okay, I'll watch it if it's in like the 10 to 20% Rotten Tomato range. If it's like,
did you watch Hellboy then?
30%? No.
Oh.
Because that looks like it's really fucking boring.
Okay.
And it's not like funny bad. It's just like bad.
Oh man. We're part of the problem.
Oh yeah.
This is why Venom made $1 billion.
It's not gonna do well. Yes, Venom should not have made $1 billion.
No.
You know, speaking of, I'm kind of worried that Sony is gonna take back Spider-Man.
You think they would?
I think they might. So Amy Pascal is not with Sony anymore, and she was like the one who brokered the whole deal.
Yeah. After she threw a sandwich at Kevin Feige.
Right. And, you know, not to defend her because she's made a ton of garbage or produced a ton of garbage. I'm sure she's done some good too, but
yeah, it's called Amazing Spider-Man 2.
With Venom making that much fucking money,
and Spider-Verse.
I'm concerned. Yep, Spider-Verse was huge. It didn't make as much money as Venom, which is ridiculous.
That is so surprising to me. But
people want garbage.
But man, you think they'd really take him back?
I think they might get a little too big for their britches, and then
let's just have Morbius
for them
come
to
out.
Just fail.
Yeah. Let's just Morbius come out, and then we'll see how that does.
Because Venom was like at least a recognizable character.
Yeah,
a lot of people
like who cares about
the fuck
Morbius?
Is Morbius?
Yeah, it just that makes no sense. If Sony really did that, if they like cock blocked everybody, it's like, oh, you guys got the X-Men and Fantastic Four and literally everything back. We're taking Spider-Man back from you. It's like, what? You can't. No. But I guess
like,
we'll just yeah.
I'm not crazy about like I like Homecoming a lot, but I think it relied a little too much on Iron Man.
Yeah.
And Far From Home's gonna have Nick Fury in it.
I think that's cool.
I don't want it to be like reliant on other characters, but like I want him to be able to show up in other shit.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that can continue.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't know. I think it'll be cool to have the thing for Nick Fury, and then maybe by the third one, it's like he's already set up now. Like, needs no more. He is the Spider-Man or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a great bunch of villains.
He does.
I don't want them to have their own movies, but
oh no, I don't want this Sony Marvel universe that they're establishing now. Mm-mm. Like, I would love if Tom Hardy was in the Spider-Man universe. That would be cool. It's now the Venom universe. Oh my god, watch that happen. They just like bangers like left and right, like billion. Morbius, Venom, Silver Sable, and Black Cat, all in this Avengers style movie, and they're all together, and it's like, oh,
Kraven the Hunter movie.
That's right. That is the thing that's happening, huh? Yeah.
You know that I'm more into that idea than fucking Morbius, but
that is, you know what? I'm not into any of it. I like all these characters, but I like them with Spider-Man. So that's about really the only thing.
I I don't want Disney to buy like every studio because I think that's bad.
What are you talking about?
But I do want them to have all of their characters back.
That would be nice.
You know,
we just
maybe
need that
they can
with
make
Sony.
a good Hulk movie if they bought him back from Universal. Like that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Even though his arm's all fucked up now.
Yo, whoa, spoilers, dude. We didn't.
It's been long enough.
It's only been like 2 weeks.
If you haven't seen it, then you're making an effort not to.
Come on, it's like sold out all the time.
It's your fault if you haven't seen it. Sucks for you.
We'll have to do a review on Avengers Endgame because I do want to talk about it in depth, Daddy, with you.
No.
But speaking of Avengers, it's made $2 billion overall globally and $600 million domestically. Beat out Titanic, The Force Awakens, and Infinity War within 2 weeks. That's wild.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That is wild.
Not even 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks on Thursday. So
I guess that's true. Yeah. I guess, would that be the third weekend box office is what you'd count it as?
this is the second weekend.
Okay. Maybe, I don't know. I hate those stupid box office numbers when it's like, this is the third week, this is the first weekend in like 2 years that it's made this much money, or this is the biggest movie in the third week of February. Those are such bullshit. Just count it overall, and then we're okay. I don't need it to know it's like, man, it's the biggest February opening of all time. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
All these like different qualifiers.
Yeah, I don't give a good gosh darn about it.
I was looking at the list. It's crazy how many. So, of the top 10 movies of all time, the MCU has 5 of them.
Wow.
And then there's a bit of a gap. Yeah, it's crazy.
That is wild.
Of the top 25, they have 1, 2, 3. They have 8 of the top 25 movies.
Damn, son. That is intense.
Yeah. Iron Man 3 made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, it did good.
1.2 bill.
$2 billion dollars.
Just behind the overrated Black Panther.
Got him. I will say the overrated Captain Marvel.
There you go. What's the common link? They're not led by white males.
It's unfortunate that they're not. No, I did watch Captain Marvel again, and gotta say, still feel the same exact way. I think that movie's pretty mediocre.
Counterpoint, I disagree.
Counterpoint against that, I disagree with you.
Okay.
Let's fight. No, I don't know. It's one that I really want to like it. I really do. I think Captain Marvel's such a badass, but the story and everything just is so blech. It
worked for me.
It is an Ant-Man and the Wasp to me.
Yeah, I just did not like that movie.
Yeah, I know. Oh. I don't know. It's not the worst movie of all of them. I think Incredible Hulk is the worst movie of all of them, but it's I don't know. I really want to like it. I'm glad I made $1 billion, but it's not a movie I'd buy when it comes out. I gave it another shot, just not gonna buy it.
So I put Endgame in my ranking.
Oh yeah.
And Captain Marvel is number 11.
Okay.
So right smack dab in the middle.
Yeah. I still gotta say, after reflecting on Endgame, after watching it 3 times, I think now, I do like Infinity War more, but it's
Me also.
it's not like a very far off thing to me, just because it is like a 2-part movie essentially. But just because the ending of Infinity War, it was like, fuck, I have to wait a whole year to see what happens. But this one was, yeah, when we talk about it, spoilery wise, uh, the last like hour of that movie is a nerd's
yeah.
wet dream.
I think the first hour is really great too.
It is.
Is more.
Everything was
A lot
good.
of, like, character development.
Yeah.
And
I thought everything was good all around. I enjoyed it. I did go back and watch all the trailers for it, like, because like afterwards I didn't watch any of the trailers before, like you. And this is the only time I'm gonna do it. I'm only doing it for these like big end of it all movies. I'll watch, except other things. I won't watch like the second trailers for like superhero movies because those get a little messy at times of revealing too much. But I will watch the first trailer for stuff. Except I won't watch anything for Star Wars and Endgame. I can't really think of any other movies that are gonna end like these ones. So
I just don't need them. You know, that's like the main thing. Like, I'm gonna see Spider-Man first day.
yeah,
You know, I'm gonna see Star Wars opening day.
true.
I don't need to be sold on them like at all. So I'd rather just experience it.
I don't need to be sold on it. I just like
The
to.
first
I
time.
just like to see. I don't know. I just like some of the songs that are in trailers. I'm like, yeah, good time, good time.
I like the experience better.
Well, you're a fucking cuck, so shut up.
That's fair.
you got
I'll concede that one.
you got me there. No. Oh yeah, and another big comic booky news for me. I don't know for you. Hulu announced and Marvel announced that Ghost Rider's getting his own TV show, his own series on Hulu, the Robbie Reyes version of it.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, with the same guy, Gabriel Luna, coming back as Ghost Rider. I'm like, that could be really freaking cool. I'm excited. Kind of weird they didn't do it on Disney Plus, but you know,
It will be darker, probably.
I guess that's true. Yeah, I was like, Hulu has Runaways, and I was gonna say Cloak and Dagger, but that's on Freeform. They just aired on Hulu. But I think those are the only. Oh no, there's Agents of Shield on ABC, and then other than that, I think that's all the shows that they have like separated. But for Ghost Rider, dude, I'm so excited. He was the best part of Agents of Shield when that came out. I remember talking to you about it. I was like, wow, Agents of Shield is good. And then they got rid of like Ghost Rider was done. And I'm like, you know, I don't really care about Agents of Shield. I think I just like Ghost Rider. And so, glad he's coming back after like, I want to say like 2 years, maybe like 3 years. But excited to see him. He's back, baby. He's back.
Probably watch it.
You should. Did you ever watch the stuff with him on Agents of Shield? I know you don't really watch that show.
I did not.
You should look up clips of it from him on the show because he
I
was
think
good.
I did see clips.
Okay. It was
I
very,
didn't,
very
watch
good.
the episodes he was in.
The only thing that they said that's kind of weird is that it's gonna be different from the one on Agents of Shield, and I'm like, I don't really understand that. Like, it's like a soft reboot of sorts, or like, oh, it's a different little brother, and the story is way different from what we told in Agents of Shield. It's gonna be completely different, which it's whatever, but at the same time, just keep it in the continuity. Just enough. Don't fox it. Don't like make up new continuity like every single time you make a movie or a single project. But yeah,
That's what makes it so special. That's why people love that shit. You get like rewarded for watching other stuff.
yeah. It true.
I was just looking at Shazam's box office numbers.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy the difference between that and Aquaman. What
How
they made.
so? I was like, I know Aquaman made $1 billion, but
$1 billion, almost $1 billion too. And Shazam made about $350 million.
That's not so bad. Well,
It's not bad.
It doesn't surprise me because people are like,
huge difference.
Yeah, I'm like, people more specifically, don't want to say it, but more specifically women think Jason Momoa is the hottest thing on the planet, and you know what? I'm right there with you. But that's why people went to go see this movie. It was like, Jason Momoa, he's Aquaman. Oh, I'll give that a watch. Like, ooh, honey, he fine, especially when he has his shirt off for most of the movie, which is great.
Is he like that well known though?
Yeah, he's pretty well known.
I mean, he wasn't in Game of Thrones for that long.
I mean, he was in it for the whole first season, which people from that already loved him from that show, and he kept just building up a following after that. And then as soon as he was announced as Aquaman, people were like, "Oh, that guy's back!" Like, "Oh, let me see how he's doing." You Google him, and you're like, "Wow, he's very hot with his long hair and his very very jacked body." He's got a pretty big following.
So Aquaman made domestically what Shazam made worldwide.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Damn, really?
That's
something.
It's kind of crazy.
I really did like Shazam, and I did like Aquaman.
They were fun.
They were fun movies. So you want to talk about Game of Thrones? Your favorite show?
Yeah, let's jump right in, dude.
You saw some of the memes for it, right? Of last week's episode. So I think the cinematographer came out because I watched it when I stayed at my parents' house, and my dad kind of has a shitty TV, so I was like, okay, I'll just watch it. Like, I'll make do with it, because if I don't watch it now, it'll just be spoiled on Twitter for me. So I watched it, and then when something's like really really dark and not like perfectly lit, it has that weird like splotch or whatever, like pixels.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked like, and I was like, oh, that's just my dad's TV. And then I watched it again when I came back to my house on my better TV, and it still looked the same. And I'm like, okay. And the episode is really dark, which is fine because it's at night and it's not supposed to be perfectly lit at night, but I don't know. I'll say it now. I know you don't really give a shit because you don't watch the show. It was a perfectly adequate episode. It's not the best. I've seen better fight stuff in the whole show, but yeah, that's all I really have.
Wasn't it supposed to be like kind of a finale, like action wise?
Sort.
The rest of the season is gonna be chiller.
Maybe, I don't know. I was like, they still have to go against Cersei, who's like now their big bad, I guess, of like trying to take her down from the Iron Throne, which is the end of it all. I guess
that's just gonna be like politics and shit, right?
I don't know. There's probably gonna be some fighting involved, some politics, but some fighting. This was just like straight action, like through and through, which was fine.
Yeah.
But it was annoying because they like set up. You watched a little bit of Game of Thrones, didn't you? Way back in the day.
I watched like 2 seasons.
Okay, so you know how they showed the White Walkers that they're gonna be this super intense, like great threat.
That was like first scene of the series.
Yeah,
right?
and they're like, oh, and they never showed them again, and they would show up like little by little, like one episode, like each season or whatever, maybe like 2 towards like the end of it all, and it was like building up, like, oh man, can't wait for this payoff, like, and then eventually Jon sees them, and he's like, we gotta fight the dead, we need to have all the people on our side, and just group up and beat this big threat that they call the Great War. And the Night King is like this big badass. He's basically their Thanos in that world. And it's like, oh man, we got to be careful. He's super strong. He can basically anybody that's dead, he can just raise back up to be a part of his army. And he has a dragon on his side and blah, 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 blah. And then literally in just an episode, they're like, and it's over. And where I'm like, wow, that was
after all that.
Yeah. I'm like, that was the Great War. That was it. And then he died. The Night King, spoiler, got stabbed by Arya. Spoilers, it's been a week. I feel like this is the most watched show, so it doesn't really matter that much. Got stabbed by Arya, which was cool, but I'm like, that's how he goes. It was just all this stuff, and he didn't even do anything in the episode either. He rode on a dragon, he fell, he gave a weird smile, that damn smile. That's a 13 Reasons Why meme. And then, yeah, raised his arms, raised his head, smiled, walked really slow, and got stabbed. it was
It's kind of anticlimactic.
it is very anticlimactic. It's a bummer. It was a fine episode. It was cool seeing the action, but of like story wise of setting up all this stuff just for it to be like over in one episode, it would have been fine if it was like, all right, we deal with Cersei and that oncoming threat, and now we have the Iron Throne, like la la la, and then this stuff is spread out through the last like 4 episodes, or wait, 3 episodes of like
Yeah,
this
they're
great
only
war
like
against the White
halfway
Walkers.
through the season, right?
Yeah, it's episode 4 premieres tonight, and then after
weird.
that, there's only 2 episodes left. So it's
What
just
if they fumble it through the rest of the season?
I
That would suck.
oh man, that would hurt my heart. That would be so heartbreaking. I'm like, wow, I've been watching this show since like 2011, I think is when it premiered. I want to say. Let me see. Let me fact check that.
That would make sense. Season 8.
Yeah, 2011. I've been watching since day one. It would be very upsetting if that's how it went. Like it was just like, oh, and this last season wasn't that good. It's like, damn. That's like if Breaking Bad had a very anticlimactic season finale or series finale. That would suck. Which, I mean, there's still a couple more episodes left, so it could be good. It was just for the White Walkers and all that wise, a letdown. Everything else could be good. So it's like cool to have like the White Walkers and have this action, like dumb, goofy, bloody action. Like that's awesome. But I also do like when it's like people versus people, because there's like this Shakespearean type thing with a fantasy element, obviously, and there's fighting and guts. With this, it was fine. It was just like death, killing, no name monsters, and people die. And people died in the episode, and I just did not give a shit. I didn't care. There's only one person that was like, oh, that sucks. And then that was it.
That's not a great reaction, though.
No.
If that's the peak of your emotion.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because it was a good character. I like the character a lot. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on Game of Thrones last week. I'm excited for this week's episode to see how it goes, even though the last episode was anticlimactic, but whatever.
I thought it was great. Fuck you.
Well, you got me there, buddy. No. So let's see. Any video games coming? Well, Days Gone came out, which you and I are both in agreement. That game just looks like
Don't care.
a very. It's gonna sound very mean to say, a very bland turd, where it's not messy and it's not like the greatest firm long thing you've ever seen in your life. It's just a perfect, like a good adequate turd. Just a plain.
I'd say it's closer to like just a bunch of like 3 small nuggets.
Okay.
Not like a satisfying, decent sized one.
Yeah.
It's like 3, and you still feel like you need to poop, but you like can't.
Yeah.
Sit there for a while.
That's my life, buddy. Let me tell you. Yeah, days. I try. I really try to like it. Like I'm like, all right, people really like. Or I don't know if people are really liking this game, but some people are enjoying it and are excited for it, which is great and dandy. Like I'm happy for them. It just does not look good to me.
People do enjoy things.
Yeah.
I like that people like Game of Thrones. I don't.
Yeah, I know. That's how I feel about Days Gone. I'm glad people are enjoying it. I try. I watch people play it, and I just don't like what I'm seeing. It just looks so bland. It's just repetitive again and again and again and again. You just kill these zombies that come after you again and again and again and again. There is one picture I saw, though, that makes me want to get it, is that the main character is getting married, Sam Witwer, and he's wearing his backwards hat to the wedding. Oh my god, I think that's hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. Biker boys, a little biker boys.
Sam Witwer until like a few weeks ago.
Oh really? I knew from the E3 trailers, and it looks gorgeous. It looks very, very good. The story and everything else just do not look that interesting to me. I feel like he's just trying to be more Last of Us than anything else.
But like without the compelling characters and story. And...
Yeah, just of characters that you don't care about, except he rides a bike. It's basically if Daryl from The Walking Dead had a video game. That's what it is.
That would probably sell pretty well.
I mean, it probably would.
That show's still on.
I don't know what the sales are like. I know the reviews for this game haven't been too great or what they were looking for. It's been just like, it's been adequate to like maybe. Yeah, it's just been adequate. But I don't know what the sales have been like on this game. I haven't really heard or really looked up into it. Andy, our fact checker's going in. Let's wait for the report.
I was actually looking at the Metacritic first.
Okay.
72.
Okay.
Not the worst thing ever.
No. That's good. I've only been wrong about one thing for like PS4 games was God of War. I thought that game wasn't going to be that good, and I was very much wrong, and that was my favorite game of all of last year. And one of my favorite games just ever made. So.
Days Gone has sold 38.8% fewer copies than another PS4 exclusive. That doesn't tell me much.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
40% less than Horizon.
Okay. Well,
Horizon was a good game.
It was a good game.
Sony's been killing it with their exclusives.
Yeah.
For the past long time.
Yeah, that's why.
It just seems like kind of a dud.
Yeah, that's what is kind of unfortunate about it. Is because I'm like, man, I usually fucking love like Sony exclusives. Like those are the best things.
Mm-hmm.
This one just looks so light. I don't know.
A lot of my favorite games ever are Sony exclusive. Yeah, God of War, Uncharted, Last of Us, Infamous.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of bangers. Spider-Man.
Ooh, that is a banger. Yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't look that interesting. I keep watching people play it, and I don't understand it. And even the people playing it aren't really liking it that much. So that shows you.
Yeah, it's better than the Anthem and Fallout 76.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Fallout 76. Fuck that game.
That's so much promise.
It did. I remember we were so excited for it too.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, wow, Fallout, but with your friends? That's awesome. And then it's just nothing. And it's broken.
All they had to do was make fucking Fallout 5 exactly as they would single player.
No.
And just add co-op to it. That's it.
But that's ridiculous, Andrew. You can't do that.
That's it.
That's all you need to do.
Maybe don't do the shared loot like Borderlands, because that's kind of annoying, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Borderlands 3.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you. I don't know if this is controversial. I don't really care that it's coming out. I feel like it's a game way too late to come out. I just don't care.
I don't really either, and I feel conflicted about that.
I do too,
because I should care.
I love the first two Borderlands. Borderlands 2 especially. I thought that was one of the best games to come out, in 2012 or something like that. It's so good. And then I see it gets announced and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel weird about it.
Yeah.
Got a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Why don't I care?
That's exactly how I feel. I'm like, I want to care and I want to like it and be like, yeah, I'm pre-ordering it by tomorrow. But I just don't care, and it sucks.
There aren't really any games I'm super stoked for other than Last of Us 2.
Yeah, that's really about the only other game to come out this year that I'm actually looking forward to.
Rage 2 just looks like
who is wanting that? Who is wanting that game? I didn't understand the first one. I played it. I didn't like it. I didn't understand it. But whatever.
Mario Maker 2 is just gonna be frustrating.
Yeah.
I wanted to care about the Star Wars game, but the
Oh
trailer
yeah, we
didn't
didn't
do
even talk.
anything for me.
It looks interesting. It looks gorgeous. I know they're gonna show it at E3 of some gameplay, which I'm excited for. But other than that, we'll see. I really wanna get it. I really wanna like it, but I don't want to give money to EA anymore if they're just gonna keep fucking shit up. So, yeah.
They keep canceling like the most promising shit.
Yeah.
There was like 1313 back in the day.
Oh yeah, I was excited for that one.
Awesome. There was another one. I forget what it was called, but it was
like the Uncharted style of like Star Wars games.
Yeah, it would play like Uncharted, but in like an open world.
Yeah.
Just sounds awesome.
Yeah, it did.
What was that called?
I don't think it really. Did it have a name or
it had like a code name or something?
Okay, I was like, I know it had a code name.
They just called it by the name of the developer.
Interesting.
The EA Vancouver. I'm kind of excited. So No Man's Sky is gonna be getting a VR update. And I feel like that might make that game.
I don't give a fuck.
Cool.
Still, I still don't care. I don't. I mean, maybe for you or for Kyle because you guys played it. Or did you buy it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you bought it. So and you already have the VR system, so you'll be fine. I couldn't give a rat's ass about it. I didn't care before, and even after it was released, and I don't care now.
You do definitely get that feeling of like wonder, which is cool. Like just the freedom is kind of crazy, and they've built up the game quite a bit. I think there's like actually co-op now. Everybody was pissed about.
Yeah.
So I recently bought Star Wars Battlefront 1 for like $5 just to play the VR mission, X-Wing VR mission.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Is it?
Like
that's cool.
It's only one mission.
See, that sounds more promising to me
because X-Wing.
I love Star Wars more. Cool. That sounds more fun to me.
Yeah.
So
just give me like an X-Wing in No Man's Sky and I'm happy.
There you go. Man. You watch anything good this week at all? Or anything that's been interesting to you? Or even music? Anything?
Bunch of movies as usual.
Yeah.
I watched Reservoir Dogs last night.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
It's a good movie.
I watched True Grit recently.
That's a fantastic movie.
Mm-hmm. Haley Steinfeld is very good in that.
Yeah.
What else? Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is fucking awesome. And I'm really bummed that David Fincher didn't get to do a sequel.
What do you mean? It's called The Girl in the Spiderweb or whatever. And as Lakeith Steinfeld.
Claire Foy is great.
Man, she did not look good in that movie.
Like, I had seen Girl with the Dragon Tattoo a few times before, but I was still, like, locked into that mystery.
Yeah.
And David Fincher can just do that. Every time I watch Zodiac, I'm like, I'm in.
That's a great movie.
He's like probably my favorite working director right now.
Your favorite?
He's made nothing but bangers since Alien 3.
Okay, I was about to say, I don't know, man. Alien 3.
That's it though. And that was like his. No, he did. I think he did 7 before that. And I think that's why he got brought on.
What, for Alien?
No, Alien 3 was first.
Oof.
So after he got that shitty one out of his system.
Oof, boy, that's a rough one.
I mean, Seven, Fight Club, Gone Girl, Zodiac, Dragon Tattoo, Social Network, Benjamin Button.
Those are good movies.
Goodness gracious.
Those are very good. Let's see. I haven't watched any movies except Endgame. It's been the only one. I've been working, doing projects for school, and just been watching Doom Patrol every Friday. That's good. They had a Frank Ocean song in one of their episodes, and I cried. It's just, oh god. I'm gonna text you right now my email and password for it, just so you can watch it, just so you can experience it. It's so good. Brendan Fraser is probably the best Brendan Fraser role that he's ever had. He's just so good.
He deserves a win.
He does. He really, fucking alimony. You fuck him up. You fucked him up.
I gotta warn you, it takes a lot for me to get into a TV show.
I know it does, but just the pilot.
I have not finished a TV show since The Defenders.
Oh wow. It's quite a while. At least with this show, the pilot really just gets you, hooks you immediately. Like, the character development is so good literally in the first episode that you care about most of these people. A guy in bandages, a robot man who has a troubled, like, kind of past. So does Negative Man, Elastic Girl, I think, or is that her name? I can't remember. It's her. They don't.
That's Incredibles.
That is Incredibles. I can't. I know her real name in the show, but she has a code name in the comics. Her name's Rita. But I know she stretches and stuff, but they kind of like put a little spin on it in the show. But it's like, first episode's good, locks you in, and there's just so much weird shit that happens in the show, and it takes risks. There's one episode that has a sentient, like, LGBTQ plus street that communicates with you, and it's like a hidden town. It's like a hidden, like, town almost. It's very weird. It's so weird, but it works. And like the little moments that are in the show just are so good that it makes me like come back. But yeah, that's really been the only thing that I've been watching recently. And I know it got leaked that Tyler the Creator has an album coming out June 30th, which I'm excited for, and I don't think it's going to be like Flower Boy, which is fine. I really like Flower Boy. I think that's the best one, but this is going to go back to more of like cherry bomb golf, like, essence wise for it, which I'm fine. I'm down for. I like a lot of his music. It's very different, like mostly each album, especially Flower Boy. But yeah, that's really been the only thing. And I have some ideas. I'll be coming to our hometown very soon, and I have some ideas to make videos. I was gonna hang out with you on Saturday, but my dad wanted to go watch Avengers Endgame, so that took majority of the day, and then had to go visit my grandparents. Yeah, so it is a 3-hour commitment, and to visit my grandparents afterwards, so I was gone all day. But I think I'll be back, not this weekend, but the next weekend. I have some ideas to shoot some videos, and I think I'm gonna buy a green screen and a lapel mic. So I'll spitball you some ideas later.
Production quality.
It is. I have some ideas that we could do that I think could be fun for the both of us. One of them involves drinking alcohol, so if that tickles your fancy, then it'll be interesting. I just need to like think more of it out. I have the brief concept of it, but not the full thing yet. But I think that'll do it for this podcast. We'll do a Endgame review soon. As soon as I'm not working and busy as hell, and I need to get food inside me right away and drink some water because my mouth is very dehydrated and I spit so much. So, okay. So thank you for listening. I love you. Bye.